expect to see any violence here today.
I certainly hope so.
The WWF, what the world is watching.
Don't you get out of line with me, because I wrestled. You're the man responsible for Bobby Heenan getting run off the edge. So you stay in line with me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you, this capacity crowd is going crazy for these guys.
Many are standing and cheering.
Not even Mickey Mouse and Goofy could get in here. And you know what? I caught them both trying to sneak in the back door. They ain't never gonna try that again.
Tremendous crowd on hand. The stage is set. The combatants are ready. And you better believe they're prepared for this.
Well, we should see some spectacular moves in this bout. This ought to be some great wrestling with these two, because mechanically, there may not be two more sound wrestlers in the world.
Oh, the excitement of the World Wrestling Federation. Away we go.
Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you, Schiavone, don't you get out of line with me, because I wrestled. You're the man responsible for Bobby Heenan getting run off the edge. So you stay in line with me.
Don't you worry about that, Mr. Ventura. Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you, this capacity crowd is going crazy for these guys.
Many are standing and cheering.
Not even Mickey Mouse and Goofy could get in here. And you know what? I caught them both trying to sneak in the back door. They ain't never gonna try that again.
Tremendous crowd on hand. The stage is set. The combatants are ready. And you better believe they're prepared for this.
Well, we should see some spectacular moves in this bout. This ought to be some great wrestling with these two, because mechanically, there may not be two more sound wrestlers in the world.
They got a plan.
Certainly they got a plan, but the question is, will the plan work? You can have all the plans in the world, Shabani.
Okay, Jesse the Body Ventura, but I would think just right now the butterflies are starting to mount.
Absolutely. Every man has to have tremendous amount of confidence, but as I said before, there'll be only one winner. Confidence isn't going to win it for you.
Anything can happen here.
Hold it.
All right. Oh, listen to the boos.
Hey, I said hold it down.
I don't like it, Jesse. You know, I think, though, Jesse, realistically, fans all around the world, regardless if you are from Australia or Great Britain or USA, certainly the tactic will have to really get your blood boiling.
And why is that?
Because he is arrogant, because he thinks so little of everyone, Jesse.
Simply because the man can wrestle.
Yeah, you can wrestle and you can still
treat the commoners with respect.
Yes. Good to have you with us wherever you are. He's looking our way. I don't think he likes the way you're dressed. I don't think he likes anything about anybody.
I think you maybe needed a physical from me before the matchup. I could take his heartbeat, you know, Tony.
Get your hands off my chest, please. When he makes his way over here, you stand in front of him.
Hopefully he won't get over here.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What a that crowd here, though. I can't believe it. Filled the capacity. I told you before, not even Mickey and Goofy could get in, and I made sure they couldn't. They didn't have tickets. Do you have a ticket, Shivani?
No. No, I don't. What are you insinuating?
Well, and what are you doing here?
Well, I just wanted to sit beside of you. It was okay. Listen to the fans. They are standing and cheering. Well, they are really prepared. Yeah.
I got a feeling this match could go a long, long time.
Well, they're in such great condition, Jess, that it's going to have to take a long time.
And even besides the condition, Tony, it's the egos involved. I mean, how will each man be able to look himself in the mirror tomorrow? That's a tough pill to swallow.
For those with big egos.
Well, you gotta have a big ego to be a top wrestler. Look at this capacity crowd. Wow. Tremendous arena here. Great to be a part of it.
It really is, Jess. It is a tremendous crowd, and they have been fired up for this match, and they've seen a dandy so far.
I'll tell you the guy who's going to have the problem here is going to be the referee, because he's going to have a real hard time maintaining some kind of control with these individuals in the ring.
So confidence runs high, laid it in.
Here's a guy that not only likes to dish out punishment, he can take it too and like it. And he's giving a lesson right now in the basics of wrestling.
Execute well, you're right. And now,
I'm always right, Shivani. Don't ever doubt me.
Most of the time.
Always.
Well,
say it, always.
I'm not going to argue with you. Look here.
You know, it seems the referee's is laying back and just let them go at it.
Well, that's what he's doing. These two men.
You know, there's times that maybe a referee should do that, Tony.
Well, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
No, I'm just saying, let them settle their differences. Be a little bit lenient. Let the match go on. When you got two tough guys like this, they got to settle it.
That's exactly what we have. Two tough guys. Right.
And the vicious wall, look at this.
And Jess, you knew it would be like this.
Absolutely. Now, with these two guys, I can't imagine either one of them saying left-handed now.
Well, neither can I. So it's going to take a lot of punishment to come out with a win in this match. And right now, you got to give him some credit. He is prepared. And to be able to take an early advantage of this man is really saying something.
Well, we're seeing some great wrestling right here. Some classic moves.
We've seen some great moves right now so far.
But I can't see it staying that way for too long.
And that may be a mistake.
What would you know, Shivani? How often did you wrestle?
Absolutely none. What a battle. Oh, they're really going on.
And look at these guys blow to blow against each other. Wow. You know, I'll tell you, Tony, it's shots like that that make me glad I'm retired.
Not wasting any moves at all. Everything right on target. Anything can happen here.
I'll tell you, this is some hectic pace going on in here. This match could well end up whichever has the most endurance to keep up this kind of pace in the ring.
Justin, how do you really go up against a guy like that?
Well, needs to out-wrestle this guy. Get him down on the mat and teach him a little wrestling. And I really don't know if he has what it takes. It's going to take a little bit of luck to get the job done.
Well, there's always the first time, as they say, so maybe we'll see it right here.
Well, you know, like they say, Tony, in the NFL, any team can beat any other team on a given Sunday.
Right.
The same holds true in the wrestling ring. See some moves and counter moves in that last exchange, Tony.
Boy, this is a high-impact matchup we have. A physical encounter from the opening bell. Both men, you got to give them credit, Jeff. Both men are giving it their all here.
what's-his-name.
Brought to you by Burger King, where we do it like you do it. 2. Ready for action. The now flag match officially underway.
And I'll say this match literally exploded from the opening gun. Without a doubt, going for the quick win.
It means business here tonight.
Going right on the attack. I think that's a mistake, McMahon. I'd stand back with this guy.
I don't know about that, Jesse. This is going to be some sensational matchup here.
This should be a great matchup, McMahon. You got two guys in here that can wrestle.
I'll tell you what, certainly we've had our share of excitement thus far, and this is bound to be a very exciting matchup. I thought we were going to see a scientific wrestling match. It certainly isn't starting out that way.
There's no love lost between these two.
No, that's for sure.
4. 5.
All right, Jesse, you have the advantage.
Get the match a little bit more here. Let's see.
7.
My goodness, and look at this. Hammering away. What a seesaw matchup.
It started off a wrestling match, and now it's turning into a fight.
Again and again and again. I don't think that thing's around the other way, that he would be pouring it on as well. He certainly would, and then so.
Certainly, you go out to win.
Wow, what a matchup. Come on, ref, get in there. Oh, punching. Or at least that's all he's demonstrated here thus far.
Well, maybe that was his game plan, strictly a rough house match. Maybe he feels that by roughing the match up, it's to his advantage to gain the victory.
Well, this is a free-for-all.
You know, I like this, because you can't complain about it. And that's legal.
Yes, indeed.
You can't complain.
Having some degree of difficulty here in this matchup.
Well, I knew it'd be a great matchup. I mean, the guy's credentials speak for themselves as a winner.
The wrestler relies on tremendous agility and great speed, notwithstanding his extraordinary stamina, and I don't believe he's impressed at all.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's been a precedent set here now. Obviously, this is the stronger man, so he's going to have to rely now on quickness and technique in which to secure a victory. He's not going to out-muscle. He's showed that right there. He's the stronger man.
Maybe right now he's the stronger man as the match progresses. I wonder how much of that strength will be sapped from his body.
Oh, definitely.
Another sensational maneuver.
Remarkable. I didn't think he had it in him.
That's pretty hard.
That's a chiropractic adjustment behind that. I've never seen that done before quite like that. And if I haven't seen it, I know for sure you ain't.
Haven't. Not seen.
I know this is trivial, McMahon, but this is cable. I can say ain't.
That's the second time you've offended the youth of America.
And you know the great thing about it? You can expect to be there.
Right now, I think you're really in some trouble.
I can tell him how to get out of this, McMahon. Works every time. A quick thumb to the eye. You spin the man around when the ref can't see it, and you thumb him.
Come on, we have youngsters watching this program. Thumb in the eye, indeed.
That's a smart move to use everything available to you.
Smart.
Which is what he needs and wants to do.
These are tough. I mean, really tough.
Now he's roughed it up. Now he's going back to some classic wrestling. Now you're seeing smart wrestling. And that's legal look.
Interesting, and I believe thus far has proven himself to be the aggressor in this match. And I don't know that that's the way that we normally would have expected this match thus far.
Well, it's hard to tell. You know, in the world of wrestling, much like the old cliche of football, on any given day, any given wrestler can beat another given wrestler.
Just see that?
That worked just about as good as the thumb to the eye, didn't it?
Now in control of things. Just like that, the seesaw battle goes one way and then another.
Right now, I'll give you credit, but this is professional wrestling.
Again, we'll hear some of the back of the ringside.
Looks like a fan out there's got one of the custom Jimmy Hart megaphones.
Out, shout the mouth of us out, huh?
Jimmy Hart with that ubiquitous megaphone.
You know, Jimmy and his constant chatter out there, that's reassuring to his wrestlers.
I'm not too sure if it's reassuring to his wrestlers, but it certainly has to be annoying.
to the opponent. Well, it works both ways. Nevertheless, it's the Jimmy Hart.
Come on, Rap.
You gotta give Jimmy Hart credit, though, McMahon, for getting so actively involved in his wrestler's match. Illegally, actively involved. Legal, what's the difference? And you compare sensational Sherry or scary Sherry to Elizabeth. Look at that. I love it because Sherry is deadly. You know, she's the former women's champion. So she can get in there and mix it up. She can do that all right. She must be about 150 pounds. Sherry is an asset, McMahon. She gets more involved in the match. She's in tough shape, McMahon. Yeah, my heart bleeds for her. And ought to. You know what's great about her, McMahon? You could definitely walk down a dark alley with sensational Sherry. Yeah, she's scared everybody. I love it, McMahon. Sherry will do it.
Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me.
Set for action, and it looks as though we are about to get underway. Two superstars lock up. Another exclusive matchup for Coliseum Video. They're ready to get down to business.
Yes, I was impressed very much so by their attitude going into this match. They both said that they were to give all their all, and I'm certainly looking forward to that. Well, it boggles my mind and everybody else's mind too.
Gus first to move in, collar elbow. And boy, this crowd, they've been waiting for this encounter all night. They've got the power and skill.
Yes, and his feet have got through. Don't forget that the speed is a very, very important factor in this particular match. Doesn't he look confident?
This is going to be some battle, I think, for Alpha Base.
He certainly knows how to strike most effectively. He may be in for a rude awakening here. I don't know so much, so he certainly knows what he's doing, Sean.
Well, two very interesting styles meeting head-to-head here. Two very gifted superstars. I really think that they are going to have to use every technique, yes, in their vast vocabulary of wrestling moves.
Yes, some not even in the book.
And more than pace, both superstars very cautious at this point.
They are indeed. One thing they've got to do, they've got to pace themselves. There's no getting on the outside and having a little respite for 2 or 3 minutes. You've got to be in there the whole time. And one of the most important keys to success is being able to pace yourself correctly. You know, both do their homework very, very thoroughly on their opposition. So obviously they've looked, reviewed tapes, probably Coliseum tapes at that, to see how each has fared.
Well, we've got a great matchup here.
Indeed we have.
Took a long way to get there, but I think we made our point.
Absolutely.
Well, I have a feeling that this is one encounter that is going to get a bit wild. Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Eater. We're doing a special broadcast this evening, Lordship, on the Armed Forces Network.
Well, that's very kind of them. But I'm still sure that Bobby Heenan gets paid for it.
Yeah, I was going to say it wasn't a charitable move on the Brain's part.
And then Gorilla's not far behind him, you know. He likes a few pence in the pocket too. Yes. Oh, he never picks up the tag if you go out.
Lordship, what a great match to as an exclusive encounter for Coliseum Video. And I know for a fact we are going to see some sparks in this battle.
Yes, this is a plan of a match for Coliseum Video. They really have excelled themselves with this exclusive.
Surprised he wanted to stand toe-to-toe there. He'd like to end this in a hurry. You saw they would. And after seeing the action we've seen so far, Dr. Hayes, one of the predictions would say this is going to be one tremendous exclusive matchup that's going to be included.
Yes, I must echo those words, Lloyd. I don't always like to agree with you, but sometimes you're forced to.
Alfred, you arrived here earlier than I did, and I see you got some color today.
Yes, I was out on the beach. It was very nice there.
Well, it's going to be a perfect day because not only did you get out in the sun, you're going to see some great World Wrestling Federation action.
Yes,
Two.
all sorts of things on the go.
3, 4, 5.
Folks on the edge of their seats here.
6.
And there's a clear example of the skill in the ring.
3.
He's worked very hard, spent a lot of hours in the squared circle, just practicing, perfecting his moves. And it's certainly paying off.
Absolutely, Sean, the execution of those moves with his strong together, timing was great, all the balance was correct, shows you how he has, in your words, improved.
And not only skilled wrestling moves, they're also very skilled at stretching the rules, shall we say.
A little deviation from the rules there didn't hurt anybody really, but very, very sneaky, crafty wrestler. Sometimes with the referee's back turn, will use some very, very dubious means.
He has very quick scaled the ranks. He's definitely, Lord Alfred Hayes, one of the top contenders.
I would have to go along with that, Sean, most definitely.
Not that I admire or really like the way he behaves in the ring.
You don't like his
But as far as his skill, I'll go along with how you feel about superstars. I know it's tough for me at times. I have to think that their personal behavior is part of it. But when you just speak solely on skill, I would say he is definitely one of the best.
Oh, that's very gracious of you. I'm sure that there are a few kind words to say to you, Sean.
No, he never has a kind word to say.
Oh, he doesn't? Well, he doesn't to me either, quite honestly.
Well, that's for sure. Very nasty leader.
Yes, he's a... He really is.
Not nice individual.
But they're in a man's world, in a man's sport, and they certainly are men.
Where men are men.
Yes, absolutely. He doesn't appear to have any weaknesses in his armor at all, though. He has great conditioning, Sean. He really is a superb man. You have to admire him.
Yes.
Who has shown us a lot of skills over the past. He's a very powerful performer, a very, very gifted wrestler. But I certainly know that inside the ring, this man is a very, very aggressive performer. And he certainly has chalked up a remarkable list of victories.
I've seen him in the ring long enough to know anytime he can erupt and end an encounter.
1, 2, 3.
Great angle. About as close as I'd like to get to the action.
Yes.
In this case.
And look at that shot, Sean. Our cameraman taking us right in the ring there. You were talking about great angles before. That was another good one. You cannot be closer to the action than that in the World Wrestling Federation. That is surely a coup for Coliseum Video.
This is an exclusive matchup on Coliseum Video. Some Coliseum Video cameras bring us in close. Close as I've ever.
Yes, really.
Boy, we have a good look at that. The battle continues. This capacity crowd is really getting an action-filled match here.
And you know, Sean, I think the fans here are finding it difficult who to really favour in this match. I think they're quite evenly divided on the two.
From both sides, giving everything they've got. And you can see just the edges of fatigue sneaking in. But as far as the action goes, it's just as furious as when the bell first sounded.
They probably have every young girl in here cheering for them with the fair maidens.
1, 2.
Yes, I knew a fair maiden here once. Molly, her name was. A precious little girl. No, I don't know. No.
Details. So you are a real scribe to me.
Thank you, Sean.
Really taking advantage of the situation now. Using everything he's got.
I believe he's trying to step up the pace here. I think he's found maybe a faster pace is more to his liking.
A series of moves right there.
Great moves and counter moves and counter moves.
Yes, nicely explained, Albert.
Yes, I don't think we're ever going to keep up with them, do you, Sean?
Only in slow motion.
I'm sure if you're calling the play here, I could do it.
Think about it, he never lets up.
He certainly
As soon as
doesn't.
any opening, he goes right for it. Begins to dismantle.
Yes. He is relentless, you're right, Sean. I like the choice of your word, Sean. Dismantle. That's what he does. He takes you apart.
Slow and calculating. Incredibly effective.
You do sometimes marvel at his courage. I mean, obviously, he's not only a great wrestler, but he does possess a great deal of grit. Obviously, resolution.
Well, you clip.
First of all, I'm going to tell you, Shivani, don't you get out of line with me, because I wrestled. You're the man responsible for Bobby Heenan getting run off the air. So you stay in line with me.
Don't you worry about that, Jesse Ventura. Oh, yeah!
And I'll tell you, this capacity crowd is going crazy for these guys.
Many are standing and cheering.
Not even Mickey Mouse and Goofy would get in here. And you know what? I caught them both trying to sneak in the back door. They ain't never going to try that again.
Tremendous crowd on hand. The stage is set. The combatants are ready. And you better believe they're prepared for this.
Well, we should see some spectacular moves in this one. This ought to be some great wrestling with these two, because mechanically, there may not be two more sound wrestlers in the world.
They got a plan.
Certainly they got a plan, but the question is, will the plan work? You can have all the plans in the world, Shivani.
Okay, Jesse the Body Ventura, but you would think just right now the butterflies are starting to mount.
Absolutely. Every man has to have a tremendous amount of confidence, but as I said before, there'll be only one winner. Confidence isn't going to win it for you.
Anything can happen here.
Hold it down.
All right.
7.
Oh, listen to the boos.
Hey, I said hold it down.
They don't like him, Jesse. You know, I think, though, Jesse, realistically, fans all around the world, regardless if you are from Australia or Great Britain or USA, certainly the tactic will have to really get his blood boiling.
And why is that?
Because he is arrogant. Because he thinks so little of everyone, Jesse.
Simply because the man wrestles.
Well, you can wrestle and you can still
Treat the commoners with respect.
Yes. Good to have you with us wherever you are. He's looking our way. I don't think he likes the way you're dressed. I don't think he likes anything about anybody.
I think you maybe needed a physical from me before the match. I can take this. I can take this heartbeat.
With my colleague Jesse the Body Ventura.
That's right, Gorilla. I'm pumped up. I'm here to call it like it is, as Jesse the Body always does.
A tremendous happening right here. You won't find any better anywhere.
Well, I'll tell you what, Gorilla, I'm pumped up. I'm happy to be a part of it. It's great to be back with you.
It's my pleasure to be here with you and part of this happening. Unbelievable.
6.
Here we go. Time for talk is ended.
Absolutely.
They're ready. They've trained hard. What a matchup this is going to be, Gorilla Monsoon.
Unbelievable ovation as they're hanging off the rafters. Just take a look at the fantastic spillover crowd here for this extravaganza. The World Wrestling Federation outdoing itself and presenting this unbelievable part of wrestling. Holy heck, I'm so excited, Jess. You can feel the electricity in the air here. You can grab a hold of it, touch punch it, cut it.
That's right. It's everything I expected it to be, Gino Monsoon.
Well, you said that right, Jesse. And this is just an international affair. We're just deluged here by cameramen and newspaper reporters from all over the entire world wanting to cover this event. Boy, it's a happening.
Well, this is going to be a classic matchup. You're going to see some tremendous moves in this bout.
Speed, agility, knowledge, it's all in there. All the ingredients necessary for a great match. This will separate the men from the boys right here.
Well, Gorilla, you can feel the tension right now. This is what it's all come down to.
You can cut it with a knife. You can feel the electricity in the air.
You're going to see some fine wrestling here.
Absolutely. Take a look at the charisma. Take a look at the power pack.
Oh, definitely. They're both in great shape. Great shape. I got to do my normal. Say hi to my 4 biggest fans in Minneapolis. Terry, Tyrell, Jaden, Jeremiah. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I never heard you say hello to anybody else before. Yeah, you're a long way from home.
Halfway across the country. Prince is watching at my house.
Oh, Prince.
He's a big fan, you know.
I understood just that your dog was named Prince. Is that correct?
No.
Someone misinformed me.
You're all full of misinformation, Monsoon. We may see some rule breaking here. You like to believe all scientific, but you'll see greed come out.
I'll be surprised, Jess. I'll be surprised. Both men of extremely high character. Tremendous respect for
I
each
can
other.
feel the volcano getting ready to erupt. You think so? Oh, I can feel it, the tension.
Give me a break, Jess.
How come you don't believe everything I tell you?
Because sometimes you're fountain of misinformation.
Never. I'm the man who tells it like it is.
Must have had some steam on your lenses.
You're worse than Watergate,
At that
Monsoon.
point in time. Yeah,
How you gonna win if you ain't aggressive? If you injure something, you go after it. What is this?
he's also a sportsman, Jess.
A sportsman. Sportsmen are only involved in duck hunting and pheasant hunting.
Not an easy hold to counter, Jess. He certainly can hurt you in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah, that's smart wrestling. You know, if you can get your body in the way of that referee,
Call it dirty wrestling.
Dirty wrestling, smart wrestling, it's winning wrestling, Gorilla. Now don't you dare tell me you never thumped nobody.
I may resemble that remark.
Yeah, I remember you and Jack Dempsey met the 26th. Always remember, it ain't how you play the game, it's whether you win or lose.
One. That's not exactly what I heard your motto was, Jess.
What'd you hear
I remember you saying, in fact, you had a shirt made that said, win if you can, lose if you must, but always choose.
That's true, too.
I thought that was
That's true, too.
You resemble that.
But like I said, you know, all's fair in love and war.
Chant going on from this capacity crowd, USA. Like two wild bulls.
This is a straight grudge match right here. These two guys just do not like each other.
No love lost here.
It's going to be a classic confrontation here. You got two veteran wrestlers.
These two guys also, Jess, are the type of guys who, if necessary, could wrestle for an hour and a half.
Definitely. I tell you, these are like two big Mack trucks colliding head on.
Irresistible force meeting the immovable object. Both of these guys will be pulling out all the stops. You can bet on that one. Can you imagine, Jess, what's going through the minds of these two individuals?
Gorilla, how would you like to be that little referee having to try to contain these two guys?
Well, that's where you use the count, Jess. You don't try to physically step between these guys, or you get squashed like a grape.
I like to take my time, too. It's a psych-out thing, Gorilla Monsoon. It's a psych-out. You get your opponent, you get him upset. Just those little added edges can mean the difference between victory and defeat.
Very, very important part of professional wrestling, psychology, and no one knows it any better than my colleague. Very well put, Jesse.
Well, it's important the pace of a match. Some guys like a slower pace, other guys like a faster pace. And if you can get your opponent to wrestle at the pace you want to go at, that's to your advantage at all times. You know that as well as I do.
My cue was never play another man's game, Jess.
That's right.
You know, make him play your game if at all possible. Don't play his. And if you can't get either one, then just wing it.
That's right.
Seesaw battle going on here, Jess.
Definitely a good matchup.
How quick the momentum can change in professional wrestling and the tide turns, so to speak. If you don't have a face of wrestling knowledge, you can forget about it.
That's right. That's right. Unless possibly you're an awesome individual like a King Kong.
I understand that he also has a tremendous amateur background.
That makes it doubly bad. Doubly bad.
It's like having dynamite with a short fuse. 1, 2, 3.
There'll be some damage done to that
Tore a hamstring in there, Jess.
hamstring muscle or whatever, sure.
It happens all the time, plenty of injuries.
That's what I talked about. I thought it was a stupid move.
Well, I disagreed with you then, and I disagree with you now.
Yeah, well, look, apparently he's injured himself.
It happens all the time, Jess. It goes with the territory. I understand somebody's in jeopardy of losing their yacht, Jess. Is that correct? Who? I don't know, one of your billionaire friends. I don't know.
Not Marv.
Oh, no. Say it. I know you like to rub elbows with those.
Welcome, everybody. This is Jesse the Body along with Vince What's-His-Name. Brought to you by Burger King, where we do it right. You do it. Ready for action, and the Now That's Right, the match officially underway. And I'll say this match literally exploded from the opening gun. Without a doubt, going for the quick win. It means business here tonight. Going right on the attack. I think that's a mistake, McMahon. Let's stay away from this guy. Jesse, this is going to be some sensational matchup here. This should be a great matchup, McMahon. You got two guys in here that can wrestle. I'll tell you what, certainly we've had our share of excitement thus far, and this is bound to be a very exciting matchup. I thought we were going to see a scientific wrestling match. It certainly isn't starting out that way. There's no love lost between these two. No, that's for sure. All right, Jesse, who has the advantage? Give the match a little bit more here. Let's see. My goodness, and look at this. Hammering away. What a seesaw matchup. Well, it started off a wrestling match, and now it's turning into a fight. Again and again and again. So I don't think that thing's around the other way, that he would be pouring it on as well. He certainly would, it seems so. Well, certainly. You go out to win. Wow. What a matchup. Come on, ref, get in there. Oh, punching. Or at least that's all he's demonstrated here thus far. Well, maybe that was his game plan. Strictly a rough house match. Maybe feels that by roughing the match up, it's to his advantage to gain the victory. Well, this is a free-for-all. You know, I like this. Yeah. Because you can't complain about it. And that's legal. Yes, indeed. You can't complain. Having some degree of difficulty here in this matchup. Well, I knew it'd be a great matchup. I mean, the guy's credentials speak for themselves as a winner. The roster relies on tremendous agility and great speed, notwithstanding his extraordinary stamina, and I don't believe he's impressed at all. Well, I'll tell you what, there's been a precedent set here now. Obviously, it's the stronger man, so he's going to have to rely now on quickness and technique in which to secure a victory. He's not going to outmuscle his shoulder right there. He's the stronger man. Maybe right now he's the stronger man. As the match progresses, I wonder how much of that strength will be sapped from his body. Oh, definitely. Another sensational maneuver. Remarkable. I didn't think he had it in him. That's pretty hard. That's a chiropractic adjustment to heart. I've never seen that done before quite like that. If I haven't seen it, I know for sure you ain't. Haven't.
not 8.
I know this is trivial, McMahon, but this is cable. I can say 8.
Oh, boy. That's the second time you've offended the youth of America.
And you know the great thing about it? You can expect anything.
Right now, I think you're really in some trouble.
I can tell him how to get out of this, McMahon. Works every time. A quick thumb to the eye. You spin the man around when the ref can't see it, and you thumb him.
Come on, we have youngsters watching this program. Thumb in the eye, indeed.
Well, that's a smart move to use everything available to you.
Smart.
Which is what he needs and wants to do.
These are tough. I mean, really tough.
Now he's roughing it up. Now he's going back to some classic wrestling moves. Now you'll see him smart wrestling. And that's legal look, man.
Interesting, and I believe thus far has proven himself to be the aggressor in this match. And I don't know that that's the way that we normally would have expected this match thus far.
Well, it's hard to tell. You know, in the world of wrestling, much like the old cliche of football, on any given day, any given wrestler can beat another given wrestler.
Did you see that?
That worked just about as good as the thumb to the eye, didn't it?
Now in control of things. Just like that, the seesaw battle goes one way and then another.
Right now, I'll give you credit, but this is professional wrestling.
Again, we hear some of the men from off ringside.
Some fan out there's got one of the custom Jimmy Hart megaphones.
Shout the mouth of us out.
Jimmy Hart with that ubiquitous megaphone. What megaphone? Never mind, Jesse.
You know, Jimmy and his constant chatter out there, that's reassuring to his wrestlers.
Well, I'm not too sure if it's reassuring to his wrestlers, but it certainly has to be annoying to the opponent.
Well, it works both ways. Nevertheless, it's Jimmy Hart.
Come on, Rap.
You gotta give Jimmy Hart credit, though, McMahon, for getting so actively involved in his wrestler's match. Illegally actively involved. Legal, illegal, what's the difference? And you compare sensational Sherry or Scary Sherry to Elizabeth. Look at that. I love it because Sherry is deadly. You know, she's the former women's champion. So she can get in there and mix it up. She can do that all right. She must be about 150 pounds. Sherry is an asset, McMahon. She gets more involved in the match. She's in tough shape, McMahon. You know what's great about her, McMahon? You could definitely walk down a dark alley with sensational Sherry. She'd scare everybody to death. I love it, McMahon. Sherry will do anything to win a match. She'll even disrobe at ringside. Elizabeth would never have the guts to get involved. The guts? That's right. That's what it takes. That's right.
You know, I'll tell you, in a lot of instances, the lady wrestlers at times, McMahon, seem even more vicious than some of the men wrestlers. I've never seen anyone better in women's wrestling than the Bomb Angels. McMahon, I've got a question for you.
What's that?
What's the names of the two Bomb Angels?
Unfortunately, I can't speak Japanese all that well.
I mean, I might want a cake later tonight. What do I call them? A Bomb Angel?
It's Suki. And I believe Norino.
What's her name?
If I'm pronouncing it correctly, it's Norino.
Norino? That sounds Italian to me.
I don't know.
She don't look Italian.
No, she doesn't. Wait a minute.
Kind of reminds me of me.
Yes, it reminds me of you as well.
Pinfall.
What arrogance.